What's good, everybody? Welcome into the Early Edge, your daily sports betting show of record. We are here 7 days a week, 365 days a year, and we are certainly in the dog days of summers. We yearn for football season, and we made history yesterday. We're going to have good days, but we're also going to have some bad days. We tell you all the time. First time in the history of the show, believe me, we know it's light because it's baseball, but still, won no games yesterday. Do we run from it? Do we hide? Hell no. We stand in front of you and tell you that because you all know if you watch the show and you follow the show, you're going to have winning days. You're going to have losing days. That's the way it goes. Now, little housekeeping we got to take care of before we get into it. Hopefully, you all watched our golf-only episode and got your picks in for the 3M Open. You know it's kind of a wackadoodle day when Ricky Fowler is 3 under through 6 holes. That's all you got to say. Fowler's 3 under through 6 holes. Also, later this morning, you guys wait for it every single week, our MMA-only episode, huge week for the UFC as TJ Dillashaw makes his return to the octagon, and our guy Ian Parker, the hottest capper in the world in the sport of MMA, he will have all of his best bets. We will have that into your feed later this afternoon. But for the here and the now, I've got 3 guys that are chomping at the bit to get back on the horse today. So let's bring in the stars of the show. Let's start right below me. He said, you know what? After yesterday, I'm going to force myself back into the show today. And I said, okay, Jay Smooth, you're in. Good morning.
Morning, Coach. Yeah, just trying to get a couple wins here today. Been a weird week in baseball for sure. A lot of people struggling, but that's not going to stop us from trying to get a couple W's on the board.
That's right. All we're trying to do is build up the bank account, get ready for football because we're primed and ready, but we still have a month. And M Squared, I know you're refocused today.
We're refocused today. Had a few requests from the viewers today. Put the glasses back on. Going to shake some things up today. So, ready to go. Not going to hide from yesterday. That one definitely was not a fun day at all.
No, it's not fun to lose. And believe me, anybody at home that thinks that we enjoy losing, we play with you. We put our money on the line with you every single day. Maestro, look at that serious face today. That's my laser-focused Maestro face today. Good morning.
Yeah, Coach, when you're 2-5 this week on the morning show like I am, that's the face you have to bring. You just got to work hard. You got to grind. You got to get back into it. Let's go.
All right, let's get into it. All right, let's start with our storylines that could affect the betting lines today. Maestro, let's go right back to you.
Well, Matt Severance, our ace handicapper and also news writer, has a nice piece up on the site about the NBA draft coming up a week from today. We will have picks on the site, and everybody knows Cade Cunningham is going to go number 1, but what are the Rockets going to do at number 2? And it looks like it's not going to be Mobley. It's not going to be Suggs. It looks like Jalen Green right now, minus 200, the G League scorer. They also have Christian Wood, so do they want Mobley alongside Wood, or do they kind of play the same position? So the odds right now looking like Jalen Green number 2, Suggs is plus 550. You remember during the Final Four, everyone assumed this guy was going to be the number 2 pick. But anyway, check it out on the site, and we'll also have picks for the draft a week from today.
Yeah, there is not a sport. There is not a draft. There is not a night. The sports line does not have you covered. And by the way, if you're not following us yet, what in the world are you waiting for? Use the promo code EDGE, and I'm going to give you 30 days for free. You'll have access to all the cappers, all the simulations, all the analysis, everything you could possibly want. And this is the perfect time to do it because in 30 days, we'll be primed and ready for our biggest 6 months of the year, the football season. So get in and join us right now. All right. We've got one play from Sportsline today. The Cardinals, they won in dramatic fashion last night, 3-2 in extra innings. And I still fight with Mikey over whether or not you should bunt first and second, nobody out, and you're the home team in extra innings. But regardless, Yadier Molina got the job done. We believe it's going to happen again today. The graded A play for the Cardinals, just minus 121 over the Cubs, cashing in over 65% of our simulations, and we believe it will cash today, 7:15 Eastern, first pitch. Now, speaking of Mikey. All right, let's shake it off. Here we go. You know the drill, son! Give it to me.
All right, let's get 2 more big underdog tennis plays here. One on clay, one on the hard surface. Start with Dusan Lajovic against Zapata Morales here. I'm taking Lajovic in straight sets to win 2-0 here, coming back at plus 160. Morales had a nice win in the first round over Pablo Cuevas, who is also a pretty decent clay player, but there's still a big gap in the skill set between these two. Dusan Lajovic is easily the much better player here. I think we're looking at a 6'4", 6'3" type match here. He's just a master on clay. He won this event in 2019. This is where he really turns it on, especially as we get into some of the later rounds of the tournament, as these opponents are starting to wear down a little bit. So take Lajovic here in straight sets, plus 160. And then the second play is going to be Los Cabos. It's going to be the two Americans, Taylor Fritz and Steve Johnson. We're taking this one over 2.5 sets, going to the third set, plus 150. So Taylor Fritz escaped with a win last night. He won the first set, looked like he was going to run away with it, then ran into some trouble, lost the second set, was pushed a little bit in the third. He's someone that I want to watch because just 23 days after having knee surgery, he competed into the third round at Wimbledon. Now he's playing on a hard surface, which is not quite as forgiving on that knee. I think that he ran into some of those issues already last night. And then he's playing Steve Johnson, who struggled a little bit as well. I just don't see either one of these players having what it takes to win in straight sets. So I think we're going to need a third to decide it. Take it over 2.5 plus 150.
And that is an approximate 8:20 Eastern start. Remember, in tennis, it's never exactly because they're kind of playing back to back to back. But I love those two plays, plus their plus money, which we love as well. All right, Jay Smooth, when he's not on the show, he hates it. He hates it, but he loves it when he is. Jay Smooth, what do you got for us today?
Yeah, Coach. I mean, you're not wrong. I do love my days on the show. I look forward to it. I like giving out the wins. So I got two plays in the MLB today. I'm going to go to the Angels and the Twins. I'm going to take the over 9.5 here today. I was talking a little bit about it on my Sportsline blurb. This was actually at 9 while I was trying to get the pick out, minus 120. It's moved to 9.5, minus 105, but I still think this one is going to get to double digits. I really like that we're getting to face Andrew Heaney, who just has not been that great. Kenta Maeda, he's been a little better, but he has not been able to pitch into the seventh inning. So we're going to get at least 3 innings from the Twins bullpen. With how these teams have been hitting, how their pitching has been struggling, I really like this over. It's one of the best hitting environments of the day given the weather, so you're really going to want to grab this over. Then I'm going to go to the Athletics. I'm going to back Sean Manaea, who has been great against the Mariners. He had a complete game shutout against them the last time he pitched against them, and I think he will again be able to do this and keep them in this game so they can win this. It's minus 135, minus 140 or so right now. Chris Flexen is going for the Mariners, but he has had some easy competition in his last couple starts on the road. Or at home, sorry. Today's going to be a little bit different. I do think the A's are going to take this one.
All right, that's a 10:10 Eastern first pitch for the A's and the Mariners. And then for the Angels and the Twins, 8:10 Eastern first pitch. All right, he's our anchor. He is our heartbeat. And today we need one. Maestro, the floor is yours.
All right, let's do it. Justin, I'm also on the A's as a side point. The Mariners in Colorado yesterday, the A's rested. It's a great spot for them. But I'm going to go with the Tigers. 22-3, they've outscored the Rangers so far this series. They've won 6 straight. The Rangers have lost 6 straight. The Rangers are 13-36 on the road. But mainly it comes down to Fultonevich on the mound. His ERA on the road is over 8. His last start, he didn't get out of the second inning, 10 earned runs against the Blue Jays. The price has already gone up. It was about minus 116. Now you're looking at minus 130, minus 135. Still like the Tigers this afternoon.
Oh, I love the Tigers. I actually played them courtesy of Sportsline last night. Had no issues cashing that ticket. Okay, we're up against it. Grab your paper, grab your pencil. Here is the recap. And it looks glorious today. I see tons of W's, all those green check marks. We're going to love today. Let's go with them squared. We got a couple on the tennis court. Lajovic, straight sets plus 160 over Morales. Then over 2.5 sets, Fritz and Johnson. Then Jay Smooth, we're going 2 baseball games today. Angels, Twins over 9.5. Then the A's minus 140 over the Mariners. And the Maestro, as always, follow him on social media as he routinely drops one or even a couple of props later in the day when all of them come out. But we're going to go Tigers. That's an early start, 1:10 Eastern time. Don't get shut out. And then one play from Sportsline, the Cardinals minus 121 over the Cubs. Now, today the gem looks a little something like this. Tigers on the money line, courtesy of Larry and Matt Severance. Then the A's on the money line, courtesy of Jay Smooth. And then from the site, Sportsline, we're going to go Cardinals on the money line. All 3 of those things, you put them together, plus 445. Don't forget, the MMA-only episode of The Early Edge will be in your feed either later this afternoon or early tomorrow morning, but we have you covered on UFC Fight Night, Sandhagen and Dillashaw. Come on, chin up. Let's go. It's a beautiful Thursday in July. We're lucky to be alive, and you have your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets. Smile straight to the pay window. For Jay Smooth, for the Maestro, for M Squared, for Gary. Greg, do not call him Gary, our producer. I am the coach. Come on, it's fun. This is what we do. Positive attitudes. This is the Early Edge. Good luck. Do you want best bets in your feed every single day? All you have to do is hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all things Early Edge.